So we've talked about making tracks when we read. And when we make tracks, we have to be clear. Let's say I see this footprint. Can I tell what kind of animal left this behind? I can't. So I need more information or more clues to help me out. Let's say the print looks more like this. Then I might start guessing. Maybe this is a dog. Maybe it's a bear. I know it can't be a bird. I know it can't be a snake. So the more detailed my tracks become, the better that I can tell what's going on with them. I've read this passage, and I've left some tracks behind. By underlining, by circling, I even highlighted something. But can you tell what I'm thinking just from these tracks? Clearly, you need more information for my thinking. So I'm wondering now, why they have been running almost an hour straight. By clarifying my thinking here, you know why I underlined that first part. I'm going to even clarify the twins because I highlighted twins. And I'm sure you're wondering why I highlighted twins. See how I clarified my thinking about this part of the text? I just underlined it, but you didn't know why I underlined it until I clarified it. And I'll bet you're wondering why I circled adrenaline here. Why did I do that? Well, it was a word I was unsure about. So I looked up what that word meant and found this definition of adrenaline. It's a substance that's released into the body of a person who is feeling a strong emotion and that causes the heart to beat faster and gives the person more energy. So if this is what adrenaline means, I'm now thinking they, as in the twins, are about to collapse. I'm making a connection. I know that when I'm running and I start to get pains in my sides, I'm about ready to fall over. And it's because I think this adrenaline, their heart is beating faster and faster, and they have more energy, but they're starting to wear out. They're wearing out. Would you have known any of this was in my head if I hadn't started recording detailed tracks of my thinking? Here I underlined something dangerous seemed to happen every time they stopped moving. The idea I have here is they must be in a dangerous place. And this leads to a question for me. Where is it? Why are they there? These are things that are going on in my head. Here I underlined heavy wheezes. That's making me wonder. I am wondering why Connor, or he's breathing like that. And now I'm thinking it is because he's exhausted. He's exhausted because of the adrenaline. Here I noted the unconvincingly. Unconvincingly means they're not really convincing someone. And yet Alex is saying we're almost there in a positive way. So this contradicts because the words sound positive or encouraging, but if the character is saying it in an unconvincing way, then I don't think they believe it. I don't think they are being positive. So notice how all of the thinking I've done here is clearer because I've taken the time to explain exactly what's in my head. I can leave tracks behind, but if my tracks aren't detailed, that's not enough clue for others to know what I'm thinking. So here's the last part of the text, and I notice these things. Okay, I underlined all this stuff. Do you know what I'm thinking? You can guess, but I've not given you clear clues. So I need to do that. I need to let you know. And I'm going to use this great thinking stem. So now I am thinking the setting is changing. And how do I know this? The trees weren't so thick. There's more space and more grass and more sunlight. To me, it's like the characters are coming out into a more open area. And I think this because more space, trees not thick. The words in the text help me picture this happening very well. Now I can do even more thinking. Good readers question and notice. They also connect and they even predict. And so based on what I'm reading now, I'm predicting that the twins maybe aren't in danger anymore. And I think they are going to see something interesting. And so these are all ways that I leave clear, distinct tracks of thinking behind.